Announcement. The Competition Commission is imposing harsh penalties on retailers caught inflating prices of PPE. Lev Trade International is the latest company to be found guilty of inflating surgical mask prices, and as a result it faces a stiff penalty. Makgale Mohlala, head of the Commission's Cartel division, joins me via Zoom from Johannesburg now. Thank you very much for your time today. So you've asked the Competition Tribunal to impose the harshest penalty possible on Lev Trade. What would that harshest penalty be?
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to the viewers. Indeed, we have asked for the harsher penalty. We are hoping that the tribunal will be harsh and send a clear message out there that price gouging against South African consumers is not acceptable at this time of pandemic we're finding ourselves in.
Absolutely, because it comes at the cost of human life. Sorry to interrupt you there. In the matter against Dis-Chem, you asked the tribunal to fine Dis-Chem 10% of the group's total turnover. In the end, they were fined 1.2 million rand. But for a giant like Dis-Chem, 1.2 million seems like a little more than a slap on the wrist, given that their annual group turnover is in excess of 20 billion rand. Were you satisfied with that outcome?
Well, not quite, because it's not what we have recommended the tribunal to impose on Dis-Chem, but they nevertheless imposed it because it is entirely within their discretion after hearing both parties as to how much they should levy a penalty. So the penalty that they levied is not what we asked for. We were not entirely satisfied. We hope that with this one, we should be able to get what we are looking for.
How many other companies are you currently investigating?
Well, the numbers are high. We are currently sitting at just below 300 on price gouging cases. We have done a majority of investigation on these matters. Initially, we received 1,500 complaints. We have investigated them, and then at the moment, the ones that are alive is just below 300. There's quite a number of them that we have already resolved. There's about 28 that have already admitted guilt and settled with the commission, and we are sitting just above 16 million in penalties that we have levied for price gouging.
Okay. And going back to the Dis-Chem matter, subsequent to your initial investigation, Dis-Chem accused the Commission of scapegoating it, despite other large retailers also being guilty of similar price hikes. Have some of those companies subsequently been investigated and taken to task?
Well, firstly, there was no scapegoating. Dis-Chem has increased prices extremely without any reason, so that cannot be called a scapegoating. We investigated them because members of the public complained that Dis-Chem is charging them extremely high on masks. Our investigation indeed confirmed that they were charging extremely high, and in fact the tribunal which adjudicated on this matter agreed with us that Dis-Chem's prices on masks were extremely high. So that is not scapegoating. There are other entities that are currently facing investigation. Big retailers, Lev Trade was just one of them, which we have now finalized the investigation against and referred to the tribunal. The investigation on other entities are going on, and as soon as they are finalized, we'll make the announcement. If we found that they increased price without reasons, we'll refer them to the tribunal. But if there are justification for their price increases, obviously we'll not take that matter forward.
All right, thank you very much. That was Makgale Mohlala from the Competition Commission's Cartels.